Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is a quick update. As far as I'm concerned with my analysis, we are almost there. Of course, there are a couple of possibilities that trade may present, but we are just going to look about the most bearish approach now on DXY. Let me quickly just give us the most bullish scenario before I discuss my sentiment. Now, we know this is the daily chart. We know that what we are taught more or less is that without breaking this, our price cannot come up and come to 114 area because the wave is not complete. If this is A and we have a B, is not complete. So price cannot go up and take the top. So we don't expect that for now. But based on structures and wave, we expect that we still need one leg at least to the downside to complete this ABC. If we're going to have ABC and not more than ABC to the downside on DXY. So we still expect dollar to fall. But now, what about if we're going to have more bullish approach? If this is going to extend and break this top and break this top, it is possible, but I'm not calling that for now. Something has to change around this area before we believe that that is going to happen. But the way the structure is, we are still calling a bearish approach for dollar to lose strength. This gradually is going up. In that case, we might be looking at a whole lot of things, to call this, here as an A, the old wave around this area as a way, with A, this as a B to the downside, and this one going up as a C. So in that case, if we take an extension to, from this origin, if A has ended here to the upside, and this is B, probably an 100% extension to the upside will give us, let's see. I'm not calling it like I told us. I'm not calling it as like I told us. I'm not looking at that now. What I'm saying is that in case we are looking at a more bullish approach from this base to this place, come here to see where C leg is going to be from that place. Wow. I think I'd messed that place up. Let me do a couple of things. Okay. So what we're trying to say is this. And this will make me waste more time, which I don't want to waste really. But I just needed to show us that so if that is our A, and this is the limit of B, this is A, the origin of A to the end of A, the all of these corrections here being an A, and we have B ending here to look at a more complex structure to the upside in case we're going to break up. So we still expect that 100% extension to finish C. I'm not calling this, please. And I'm not saying that that is what I can see now. So we have to look at this scenario for us to have a C leg, and that's going to be probably a flat. It's going to probably be a flat, a C leg around this area of 108. So if price is going to come up to 108, so but it's still not what I'm calling for now, for price to come to 108 area, knowing that the retracement to the downside of the A to B, it's about 85, at least to have an 100 extension to the upside around 108, 200 area. But I'm not calling this for now, okay? I'm not calling this for now. So let's go back to the bearish scenario. That's the bullish scenario. So the bearish scenario that we expect is this, which we believe that the price is not going to take this top. Let's go to the day time frame. So the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, now we are getting ready to take that sell, and like I said, we have this against this to the upside, and we don't want to break 106 for now. And we saw an ending diagonal here, so probably an ending diagonal of this wave for us to have this push to the downside, like I discussed on my video. So, and then I said the way it was coming down, if we don't break 105, then we are going up again to break the top, and this probably shouldn't go beyond 106, 106, 200, this area. So I can see that we are seeing an ending diagonal building up on a much larger time frame. We can take this all wave to the upside as 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So it's wedging, and so that is what I can see here now. So let me quickly go to it. That is what I can see here building right now. And we may just take 106 in this area or not break beyond 106, 200. This is the level that we are going to see this come to the downside. So for me, this is 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and probably we're having the last wave, the fifth wave to the upside. Probably we can even call it an A, B, C, D, E for us to fall to the downside. So that's what I can see. So we are expecting price action immediately after breaking this top at 106, not beyond 106, 200 or 106, 150 sell. So that's what I can see here on DXY. On US dollar index, I believe is the same scenario that we are seeing on US dollar index. On US dollar index, the same scenario, A, B, C, D, and this is the last wave that I believe that is going up. So we need to now begin to guide with our trend line to see the internal structure here until probably we build up to the last 4 or 5 waves. If we can't very well, we will probably need to break this. This might take the top or not, but on DXY, I see it take the top, but this should not go beyond 13,100, really, or 13,000. Yes, 13,100 shouldn't go beyond 13,100 around this area. It shouldn't, but it might not even break the top. But so we need to watch the DXY for us to know the kind of reaction we are going to get on euro dollar. So I believe that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the last wave before we begin to short to the downside. So that is what I can see here also. So we need to follow this. This may take the top and before we break to the downside. So let's go to euro dollar and see. The euro dollar is slightly different. It's slightly different. Euro dollar is slightly different. You know, what euro dollar is giving us is slightly different. Let me go to 4-hour time frame first. Okay, let me use this time frame also. I want to be quick. It's different. So here, okay, let me go to 4-hour. I want you to see something on 4-hour time frame. We are going to guide ourselves with this wave. Like I said, it's looking like a triangle, that this is like A, B, C, D, and this is E. And this E may be the last wave to the downside. And we expect to see a momentum once we have a reaction to the upside from here. The trade has been behaving exactly as probably like I dropped a note on the WhatsApp up that I still expect the DXY to go up and tick 106 and and likewise euro dollar, and I expect it to still come down, probably break the bottom, which is looking like that is going to happen. Likewise, the New Zealand dollar that I expect also to break the bottom, it's looking like that is going to happen. So, but we need now to pay attention to our trade and see, what we can catch. For me, I see this breaking the bottom. I see it breaking the bottom. I see it even breaking this area, maybe come down to this level of resistance, sorry, of support, this area. I believe we can guide ourselves. This should not take more than 85 to the downside, really. That should be the limit of retracement of this particular to the downside. That should be the limit this one should go. We should be seeing a reaction around tomorrow, most likely towards the evening, for this wave to finish itself, to get prepared for a move to the upside against Thursday. So that is what I'm thinking that is going to happen on all these trades if we're going to have a move with the news as well. So what is this one presenting us? I see that with this move, this also looks like unlike what I said as a 1 here and a 2, a 3, a 4. I don't see this as a 3, a 4. So it's a bit different on euro dollar, but almost the same. I would rather take this as a first wave, as a second wave. You can still take it. Well, we can take this as okay. We can take this as the first wave to the downside. Really, after this, we can take this as the first wave to the downside, or we can still also look at the possibility of a triangle here, where we look at it as a 1, 2, 3. Sorry, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this may be the last wave to the downside. Yeah. So yeah, the same way. This might just be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last wave to the downside. So we need to follow this last wave. But another way of looking at it is to look at this as the first move to the downside, like this as a 2, and the one going down as a 3. Probably will have a small correction to the upside, finish up before we begin to go up. So that's what I can see here. And if I go to the inside of that on the 1 hour time frame, this could be a 1, a 2. That's in the alternative of counting a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, which is deep. And this might just be the last wave with 5 to the downside. But at the same time, we can still look at this as a 1, a 2, and a 3, maybe the third wave. So we need to follow this wave and see what is going to give us. So if this completes itself, we are going to look at the DXY also. This might just be the last one. It might just be like an A, B, C, D, E to the downside, and we go up. So everything is like wedging, preparing for a big move or a big push to the upside. So we can still call this an A, B, C, D, E, which is the last wave to the downside, and we push up also. So I think I would rather want to see it more in that light. So let's look at least 100% extension of wave between, this is B, C, D, then between, yes, between this wave C and D, an extension to the downside of at least 100 might just be what this one is going to give us before we have that push. We need to pay attention to that. So I'm looking at a potential push on euro dollar from let's say 1.06460 level, 1.06, let's say, let's say 1.06624 level. Yeah, 1.06624 level. 100 extension is around this area of 6570. 1.06570, 100%. But I would not expect price to break this area. Let me show you. I can't expect 161.8 extension here if you are going up. So because this is the low to break really. So this is the low to break really. So I don't think we are coming to break this one. So this is the last place I will expect price at 1.064460 area. That's the last place. I think anything between here, between this zone, we are going to, go up to the upside and see. Once we see a reaction, we should get reaction from this area to push to the upside. So I still see this breaking this bottom. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm taking too much time. Now, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand USD. What is it giving us? New Zealand dollar here, yeah, didn't quite retrace much to the upside like I expect, but it did go up a little. It did go up a little. I was expecting it probably to take this top before coming down. So I think the way it's coming down now is going to come down to break this, to take this low. We should expect reaction, on New Zealand dollar from 0.06 0.60610, 0.60610. And that is where we should be expecting reaction around that area. But potentially price may make it down to 0.380, 0.60380. Price may make it up to that, but I would rather want to be looking at reaction around 0.60610, maybe around this area, 610. Yeah, around this area, very close to this area. This is the area I'll be looking for, maybe between 60700 and 60380. This area is where I will be expecting reaction. So we need to monitor what is going to give us for us to have, once it burns up, then we are going to probably see the reaction that we are expecting. So the last one is gold. Gold has played also exactly, as predicted, where we're going to have a turnaround. Like I expect that price will not go beyond 36 and 23.36. Probably it pierced it a little, 23.36, 40 or 41. So that area, a whole lot of gimmicks as if it's going to go up. And if you're looking at candle before it closes you'll just be fooled, and price is now, it has taken the bottom right now. So, and I don't see these also breaking the bottom here. So I don't see these breaking the bottom here. This is 4 hour time frame. I see this more, like a triangle. Also, I see this more like a 5-way triangle. So I see this as an A, B, C, D, E. So if you look at the way it's distributed here, so you can see this push, and this reaction occurred at about 50 retracement. I think, yeah, about 50 retracement. That's where we have this reaction to the downside again. So, and you can see, stylishly, the price is losing momentum to go to the downside. That is what you'll find out, and that's what you'll see in a triangle. The base is either becoming like fixed, the flat base, and it's wedging also. And what you will see here is that after this move, we had a retracement of 50. And after this impulse again, we had a retracement of almost 76. So which means that, you know, the ability of the price to push to the downside is limited. So the bulls are in pushing the price up. So that is what I can see. So I see this being truncated. If these are pushed to around 76 here before of this, the extent, the whole retracement here as a fourth or with D, the wave E may not go beyond 76.85 before this one push back to the upside, and there's going to be an impulse to the upside. So that is what I'm expecting. So I see a truncation because this is not a WXY. I think it's like more or less like an AB, CDE, and this is not going to break here. It's not going to take this low of 2292. It's not going to take the low of 2292 around this area. So let me bring out the drawing. Let me first I haven't said that. Let's go on a 1 hour time frame. And that was why I felt like this is going to react around this area for more upside, but now it's pointing out. So if you are expecting a 100 extension, I don't think we're going to get that. So the impulses are just, you know, are just carved out to deceive the sellers. An impulse, correction, an impulse, correction. So you expect this to go up. So let me just tell you something. When you add as this impulse, you add this magnitude of correction. You added this impulse, you had this magnitude of correction. So we add this impulse, you can see the magnitude of small correction that is going to give. And I don't see it even giving an 100% extension, equal length to the downside. It's going to be truncated and price is going to go up. So my own opinion, my view, this is my opinion. So I see this in this triangle. It most likely it will take the low of this trend line to tell you that it's really an ABC that has been developing. So if you are thinking that, okay, this is corrective, so this is not an impulse, so it's not like a wave one and wave two coming to the downside. It's not anymore. But it may play it out. It may play out at 85, 80, 76. It may play out anything, but it's not. So I think it's going to pierce this. I think it's more of this triangle here. This that has way to this side, the blue line, and the base of the fourth wave here. This big four, you know, the primary four wave here of 3. This is 4 of 3 and 5 of 3, and we are seeing a bigger 4 here. That's what I see, and we're going to push up to break the top. So that's what I can see. So from this base to this base here, I don't think it's going to break this golden yellow line before we push to the upside. So where do I see reaction here? I'm seeing that it may break this area, but it won't take this area of 2 of this particular first wave here. It won't take that. This is where we see, I think, 76, 78. Because this is 76 area of the extension of the old retracement of the move to the upside. So this is 76, this is 78, and this is 88 around this area. So I don't expect price to break 88 at 22.95. So if you want to take, you know, a small lot size here, you should put your stop loss at 22.92 area. That's I don't expect price to break 22.95. So if indeed we're going to go up, so 22.92 area is where you put your stop loss and expect reactions around this zone of 23.06 or 23.04. That's area I'm expecting this, but again, we are going to pay attention to what is building on here. I think by tonight or tomorrow, this should be completed. We should see the momentum loss and, you know, some corrections to errand in or to usher in the movement to the upside. So with that, I've come to the quick update, the end of the quick updates. Bye.